Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. I told you Trump's news conference was going to be a banger. You gave that man acquittal and a hot mic. You know what it's about to be. So yesterday, Trump began his victory tour of after being acquitted from this sham, this garbage, this waste, this end that we saw coming a mile away called impeachment. So he was in, I think, the East Garden or something like that. He's out there in front of the podium. He comes out. People are cheering. Now, I guess he was speaking in front of other Republicans because if that was all news media, there's no way they would have been clapping like that. But they're clapping for him. He holds up, was it the New York Times, the New York Post, some rag newspaper that should be at the bottom of a bird cage being shit on. But he holds it up and it says, Trump acquitted. Oh, man. You guys didn't learn, huh? You did not learn. You created this man. You created him, giving us this PC bullshit culture, being rich, elitist, out of touch monsters. You created Trump. And now, him being acquitted, you recreated him. You rebirthed him. Now he's going to get another term. Now you're really in trouble. So he holds up the newspaper, Trump acquitted. And he goes into his speech and he's thanking people. And he said, this is my favorite part. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched about half of it, but I got the gist of it. So the best part in the beginning, I think if you're watching it, if you find it on YouTube, it's around 7 minutes and 45 seconds, maybe 7 minutes and 50 seconds, somewhere around there. So he talks about, he's all first, it was Russia, Russia, Russia. And it was all bullshit. I said, what? My man Biz sent me a clip of it. I posted it on my YouTube community page and then on my Facebook page. And I was like, what? So that's when I looked up the actual speech and I found it. And that man said it was all bullshit. So there's people who are outraged. How can a sitting president say, how can the president? He said bullshit. That's how most of us talk, and that's what we all knew. It was bullshit. It's based on this stupid fucking call that he had with another president. He released the transcripts. That should have been game over. They're saying I said this. Here's what I really said. Proof. Game over. But no. Once you have a rabid, disgusting, bloated, corrupt dog with a bone, they won't let go. So they had to take it to the limit. They had to take it to the end. Now he's acquitted. Now what are you going to do? Are you going to try to impeach him again? Can a president be impeached multiple times? I was trying to look that up, then I got distracted by my kids. What can I say? But can a president be impeached more than once? I know once you're acquitted out here in the real world, you can't be tried again for the same crime because it's called double jeopardy. So if they can't get him for the same crime, can they try to impeach him on something else? Would they do this to us again? Would they waste more of our time and our money and our give a shit? Of course they would. These are mouth-breathing dumbasses. Of course they would. Trump is a threat to their power. They can't have that. By any means necessary. You ever heard of a trapped animal? They will chew their own foot off to get out of that trap. And they will do whatever it takes because it's easy to spend other people's money. I guarantee you if they're writing the checks for all these bullshit trials and these bullshit proceedings, I guarantee you this never would have started. But it's our money. I've used this analogy before. You ever go somewhere where everything's paid for, open bar, or free food and drinks? People get awfully wasteful, don't they? You see a lot of bottled waters with a sip taken out of it, don't you? Easy as hell to spend somebody else's damn money. But he got up there and called it like he saw it. This was some bullshit, and it was. How long do we hear about that Russia shit? You hear about it anymore? No. Because they moved on to this impeachment bullshit, which blew up in their disgusting faces. And also something I saw during the State of the Union, you had them, now this is Black History Month. As stupid as I think it is, this is Black History Month. So wait a second. You had some POCs who happen to be POSs during BHM taking a selfie at the State of the Union address. I love using acronyms. It makes me sound like those idiots. So you had Ilhan, the Somali double agent, Omar, taking selfies with some other dummies and they're dressed in white. And you have that one Arab KRS-One looking bitch, Rashida Tlaib. They're taking selfies while they're honoring black folks during Black History Month, and they are colored. How is that? Because they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about what Trump has accomplished for us, because they don't give a shit about us. Look at these whole proceedings. All these fools are slacking on their duties back in their home states. And that's another thing. Now that this is over, now that this phase of your stupidity is over, are you all going to go back to your home states and try to get some work done? Of course not. They're going to stay there. They're going to try to come up with the next thing that they're obsessed over. The next way to stop Trump from fucking with their power. That shit was beautiful. Please check out the clip. If you can't find the clip, go to my Facebook page, my YouTube page, go under community. It'll be there. But if you happen to watch the whole speech, like I said, 7 minutes, 45 seconds, 7:50 is when he says it was all bullshit. When's the last time you heard a president stand up there and say bullshit? I haven't seen it. Maybe back in the day. I don't think Obama ever said it. I don't think Bush ever said it. Maybe there was a hot mic somewhere and they forgot and said it behind the scenes. But when's the last time a president stood up there at a press conference, looked us in the face and said, people, this was some bullshit? If that's a thing, please let me know, but I have not come across that one, and I hope it's not the last time he gets up there and calls out this fucking ignorance, this insanity. Speaking of insanity, this might be even more fucked up than the impeachment. So there's this thing that they're trying to push forward called the New Way Forward Act. See, they call it an act. It gives it kind of that civil rights kind of feel to it. This is the New Way Forward Act. This is basically the undoing, the dismantling, the reversal of our immigration policy, because now, if you're an immigrant, legal or illegal, if you get convicted of certain crimes, you get deported. Period. But this would change that. This would also decriminalize illegal entry to our country. They also have a provision in there for bringing people who have been deported, bringing them back into our country. Why would you do that? Why would you want to keep convicted criminals here? Not only that, but bring the ones who are gone back here. We have enough criminals here. We have enough American citizens committing crimes. Why would you bring more? It's like if you're getting your ass kicked by somebody and you say, you know what? These aren't enough punches and kicks. I need to get my ass kicked more, and they need to get more people in here to kick my ass. We have enough homegrown assholes committing crimes. Why would you import more? Unless the consequences of doing that don't affect you. If you live in a neighborhood, you're going to get together with your neighbors and vote to bring in some criminals to move in next door. You're like, hey, I got a family, I have small kids. Why don't we bring in some perverts next door? Why don't we bring some perverts in down the street? Oh, you're getting released from prison and no other neighborhood will take you because you're a convicted sex offender? We will. Nobody would do that if they were affected by those decisions. These motherfuckers do that because they're not affected by their decisions. They go home, they hear that automatic gate close behind them, as they drive past their illegal help into their well-guarded homes. So they don't deal with this shit. If you had to go to bed the same time as your kids had to go to bed, would you make them go to bed so early? Probably not. But you don't live under those rules, so you make them go to bed whenever the hell you feel they need to. They do this shit because they don't have to live with it. Who would? That's why we don't vote for stupid shit like this. But people do vote for people who will vote for stupid shit like that. Obviously. Now, I can't point any fingers because California, we got some of the dumbest motherfuckers to ever breathe oxygen. But I didn't help put them there. But they want to slip this in. It also gives judges the power to nullify deportation orders. And it's some language to where they have the freedom to do whatever they want. So if they got somebody in front of them and they feel like they shouldn't be deported, if there's some sympathetic, bleeding heart, granola-headed, dirt fucking dummy, then they'll say, no, you don't have to leave, you can stay. You've heard stories of people being convicted of crimes, heinous crimes, murder, sexual assaults, robberies, but they still get to come here. Or some city doesn't pass their information to ICE so they can't catch them. Why would you do that if you had to live next door to people like that? You wouldn't. But since you don't, since you're not affected, since you're in your ivory tower throwing your scraps down to us little paupers, of course you're going to do shit like that. Illegals are their new power base. This isn't an old formula. We give you free shit, you give us votes. Sound familiar? We subsidize your life, you give us votes. Sound familiar? They've done this shit before. They're just rinsing and repeating. It's no longer colored Americans. It's no longer black folks. Fuck you. Fuck you, you dumb working stiff. Oh, you dumbasses waking up early, wiping the crust out of your eyes so you can join this workforce. Fuck you. Our new battery, our new power block, our new voting block are illegals. So move your stupid working class ass out of the way and make room for your new buddies. That's why they're doing this shit. They don't give a fuck. And they're the first ones to talk about inclusion and diversity. Yeah. They're going to include illegals and diversify your neighborhoods, whether you like it or not. They're going to diversify your America, if whether you like it or not. The New Way Forward Act. Doesn't that sound good? We're all looking for a new way forward. We're all looking for a new and better way to do old things, right? Now, some of you watching these videos may not feel that way, but there are thousands upon millions of morons who hear that, do no research, and check the proper box. Period. If the language, if it sounds good, it feels good. And if it's going against that evil orange motherfucker, let me sign. Where? Show me where to sign. I'll do it. I don't care. I don't care who it hurts. I don't care who it displaces. It's against him. I'm for it. So I'm going to try to keep an eye on this to see if it actually gets pushed through. It's in Congress right now. So, man, we'll see. New way forward, huh? Man, that feels good. But let me hop in this damn rat race. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Please help me to stay independent. Get your Jericho Green notification tones, fanatictones.com. Link in the description box. It's only $1.29. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.